Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? Yeah, so if you guys can hear that, you know who's here, and I don't know why she's here. Can you give us a second?
I got it. Just keep talking.
All right, y'all. welcome back to another edition of Love Talks with the Garcons. I am Irvin's Garcon. I am Irvin's Garcon.
And I'm Ann. Garcon.
All right,
And
guys.
she is Billy Ann Garcon. Why is Billy down here? She didn't even know. Melody didn't even know.
Sorry, guys. The baby just came down here.
Real
and
life.
Real life is real life just happened just now, literally.
Oh my gosh.
The baby coming down. How y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of Love Talks with the Garcons. We are Love Talks with the Garcons. I'm Irvin, as you guys
and
know.
I am Ann, and we are so excited to be here tonight. I'm really feeling this topic that we're going to be talking about tonight. So right now, you need to get your friends in the room. Get your peoples in the room. Get your group chats in the room.
Yeah, man.
Get your husband, get your wife in the room because we're going to be talking tonight.
Yeah, man. As you guys are coming in, for those who are here already, how's the sound coming across? Hopefully we sound okay. Just go ahead and say where you are watching us from and start copying this link, this YouTube link, this Facebook link, and just go ahead and share with your family and friends as we dive into another one. We're not going to be on very long, so we don't want to waste too much time. So make sure you guys are sharing this. How's your week going, Ann?
My week is going very... I want to say well, but it's kind of stressful.
What's up, Miranda?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you, girl.
Good.
Always here every weekend. You are what's what I'm looking for? A staple? Day one, a staple, an OG. Thank you for all your support. And share live with as many people as you can. Yeah. So if you guys missed it, the reason why we are laughing is because the baby was supposed to be upstairs since 8:30. Out of nowhere, she came down here She escaped, asking for cup juice. So we didn't expect that to happen. So it caught us off guard. So now we're trying to get back into the swing of things. So welcome. All right.
What's tonight's topic, bro?
So tonight's topic is called Rolling with the Changes. And the idea behind this conversation has to do with
changes. So no, honestly, okay, we people, so especially people in relationships, and I feel like people in relationships have a harder time with this reality, right? That people change, that desires change, that preferences change, right? And so tonight we're gonna delve into this topic, really kind of honing in on ways to adapt to change, deal with change. And the question is, do you deal with it, or do you ignore it?
I mean, you have no choice but to deal with it, right? And so, especially with that person, you're in a long-term relationship, is gonna happen. And the idea of what we're talking about is not so much so the person change who they are, like they present themselves one way in the beginning of the relationship, and then they just flip the script on you. That's not what we're talking about. Sometimes people just evolve, right? When you think about change is not always like a negative term, because if somebody is evolving and becoming a version of themselves, right?
Yeah.
I say a version of themselves because to them, they might think it's a better version.
Yeah.
And to the partner might think it's not a better version. It's a worse version, right? So what do you do when the person's needs change? Because as a person is evolving, their needs also change.
And I think you should expect that, right? If someone is the same the entire time you're with them, it's like, has there been any growth? right? With growth comes changes, right? As you grow, you learn new things, you begin to desire new things, you begin to um, um, involve yourself with different things. Like, so, and it's okay. It's only when the changes are negative,
Right.
that I feel people, and negative is really up to perspective too, right?
It very much
Because it
is.
may be a positive change to you,
Yeah.
but because I'm not used to it or I'm not ready for it, I may view it as negative.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who's to say it really is negative, right?
Yeah.
But change, like I said, is inevitable, and we have to anticipate the change.
Right.
Change is good.
Change is not a bad thing.
Change is not a bad thing.
And there are things that causes the change to happen, right? You think about the end that I met in 1999, 2000. Right now, it's been, when you do the math, how many years later is that? 1999, 2000, it's been almost 24 years, 24, 25 years. Do you really, I don't think is the same Anne
I mean, you don't think
that I met in
talk
1999.
from experience. Am I the same?
You've I think you just became a different person. Like you always say, your needs are different. Even your love language might have changed. So the change could be something very small, or it could be something huge and very drastic, right? And regardless of which one it is, in a relationship and maybe even a marriage, are you ready to adapt? Are you ready to adapt? Because we always say this thing to people. If there are things about the person that you're with in a relationship that you do not necessarily like, or you don't appreciate, or you cannot accept, you cannot stomach, once you marry that person, not only are you now dealing with those flaws that you did not like in the first place that got on your nerve, now you are looking at this person drastically growing, changing in their needs, and what they're asking you for is going to be a lot different. Has N changed over the past 24 years? I believe she has, but it's been very subtle. I don't think it's a same, it's like a drastic change. But when we're talking about going from being teenagers, I was still a teenager in 2000. I was 19. You're no longer a
Bro, I met you
teenager.
when I was 19. You were 18, honey.
But we were not together yet. So when we got together, technically speaking, I was still a teenager and you were 20. You're a whole generation above me, different from me, right? And so when we think about those needs change, when we think about, again, she went from being a grad school student. She had, like, I think you were still in summer youth. What was that job that you had? You had some kind of program job.
That's cool.
Yes, yeah. And now to being a career woman, a wife, a mother of 3. Yo, your need changed from being a mother of 1 to a mother of 2.
Yeah.
Let alone a mother of 3.
Yeah. And I can say the same for you. I feel like you have changed. Definitely.
I don't think I have.
Yeah. To you, of course, you don't think you have. You're your same person.
How have I
but
changed?
I feel like over the years, you gradually, like, you meet new version of a person, and that's what makes like marriage so exciting. You really don't, and I can't really say you get bored, because you're meeting a new person, and during at each stage, and there's so much more to learn about the newness. Like, when we were like first dating, I could say that you were more reserved.
Okay.
You know, he was more reserved type of person.
I don't like people.
Now Ernest has no filter, like none whatsoever. So, like, you will say what's on your mind. Before, we didn't get that as much. Another way that you've changed is you've become a little bit more more accommodating. When I say, why are you making those gestures? Accommodating in the sense of feelings, like validating feelings, and not being as stubborn and prideful and stuff like that. So he has changed for the better. But you're changes have been, I gotta take a little bit of credit for it. Like I really did, I
Wow.
did help with that, with those changes.
Wow.
But like you have changed for the better. Now, recently, I have been experiencing a change with Irvin's, that I haven't, that I'm not ready to really, kind of be, that I'm not I'm not ready for like to accept fully. Let's say it that way. So in terms of he has this like he has this like new wokeness, right?
Wow. We're
When it
going there.
comes what?
Okay.
I mean, why not? Like
Let's go.
let's shed it out. Like he has this new level of wokeness, that is different for me because we were one and the same in this area, and now it seems like new perspectives are being, I guess, gained, and I have to now accept those perspectives because they're his perspectives now. This is as far as, as far as I
Tell the
don't
people. Tell the people. Tell the people. Let's go.
like as far as like, spiritual like views and, biblical views and things of that nature. He still loves God, y'all. He's still saved. Yes, he is. But his view on being like this sola scriptura type of person now is like he's kind of now looking at the I'm trying to carefully choose my words.
Don't
He's
just
just like he's now trying to look at the church and like saying, okay, this is not biblical or that's not biblical and stuff like that. And those changes, although a lot of his points are very valid, it's very new to me because it's not something that we kind of grew up thinking, right? And so that change is not something that, not that I'm not ready to accept it. I just don't know how yet because I need to I just need to prepare myself better for that vein.
so
If I'm
bluntly put,
speaking clearly.
clearly put, I'm on
All
my
right.
Titra bet.
No, you're not, Ernest. You
The
are not.
church is
No,
whack.
hey,
The
don't.
organization is
Hey,
whack.
stop that. He's joking, y'all. He is
I'm
joking.
joking. So what Ann is trying to say,
Watch somebody take a
I
sound
know,
bite.
right?
Listen, y'all take sound bites. Get us some views.
Let's get controversial. Let's get controversial real quick. Thank you guys. For those who are just coming in, we have some who are just logging in right now. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight we are discussing rolling with the changes. So when you are in a relationship or a marriage, changes will always happen. Need always happen. Perspective with change will always happen. So we got to be ready to receive and accept some of those things. And how do you deal with them?
Yeah.
As a couple. If you are here in the chat right now and you are married or you've been with your partner for X amount of time, whatever amount of time it is, have you seen any changes happen? Have their needs changed? Have their perspective changed? Okay. As you guys are contemplating those answers, again, don't forget to also follow us on our social media. We always have to make sure we're doing these housekeeping rules. So even as you are watching us right now, it does not hurt to click that subscribe page on YouTube and follow if you're on Facebook, and also follow if you're on Instagram. So basically, what N is referring to, I haven't changed in that. But let me explain. Um, I think the pandemic was a period that opened a lot of people's eyes because you had time to really be away and reflect, coming step outside and looking in. Uh, I always knew for a long time there's a lot of things that churches do. Some Most of the time is probably not even conscious. We use scriptures out of context. We use scriptures the wrong way. The systems is kind of like systematic, right? And so that's what she's referring to. I didn't leave church. I did not leave God, but she's just not used to
The rebuttal about, as far as certain
I challenge
systems are.
I challenge things in our conversation with scripture, with the Bible. right? So I'm not one of those people now that's gonna be I don't know. Let me give you an example. Oh, for you to be baptized, for example, you need to go to a 6 month class, a 6 month baptism class. Scripture says if you believe, you get baptized. That's simple. Baptism is a public testimony of your faith. It's a public demonstration of internal faith. Nowhere in the Bible does it say you need to do 6 months of baptism class and then take a test,
And
right?
then have your
And then
mom.
if you are in a Haitian church, that's what I'm used to. Have somebody to be able to testify on your behalf that you're ready to get baptized. That is not in the scriptures. There's nowhere that's in the Bible, right? So that's what she's referring to. Whereas Anne, she's probably on that wave of I'll just go at it. I don't want to say blindly because I don't want to sound negative, but that's what she's referring to. So my growth, that's a change in my spiritual walk. No, Ron, I hope you're not teaching that. Nah, no, the real talk, Ron, Pastor Ron. When I was getting baptized, I was 14 years old. I remember it clearly as day. I was 14 years old, and my mom had left that church. She had left the church because she moved on to something, but she did not put it on me, oblige me, fait m'obligation for me to leave that church. So I stayed there and served. But when it was time for me to get baptized, not only that the class, the pastor was really legit telling me that my mom, yeah, Maggie, that's exactly what it is. My mom had to come before the committee and testify on my behalf for me to get baptized at the age of 14. And my mom really cut all ties with that church. Long story short, they did end up baptizing me, but I am disconnected from all of those things that Maggie perfectly said in terms of the cultural traditions. I don't do traditions or culture anymore when it comes to my faith. I will challenge people about that. So that's one change in this context that we're talking about. So how have you dealt with that then? This traditional.
I mean, we have our back and forths with it. And not
And
necessarily
she can't
that,
see me when I'm giving her Bible.
not necessarily that example. I have Bible too, babe.
Like
Not necessarily that example though. There are other examples as well that we kind of, go through and we talk about. But yeah, I've been taking it, and after a
yes, you
while,
have.
but I also feel like it's
Pause.
how I also feel like it's how you express your changes, express, because you can't just come out of the water. Like, there's another change that Irvin's is now, and we talked about this last week. He says I'm spoiled, right? But we've been together for 24 years
Total.
total. We've
Married
been
for
married
18
for
years.
those, it's going to be 18 this August. You can't just on year 16
What up?
try
I
to
am the man.
you can't just on year 16 say I'm not stealing you anymore. How am I supposed to accept a change like that? Like, and the way it's expressed is just, you just don't do the things anymore. It's like, bro, like, no conversation, like, and I'm just expected to just understand that this is a newness that you are discovering. So those kind of changes, like, they will come with an argument. Good changes, okay, praise God for them. But the change that you may feel like you're evolving, and I feel like it's a negative thing, we're gonna have to come to a space where we have to find something common ground. Like, I'm talking to my kids about problems and how they can solve problems.
Yeah.
When you come to an agreement, you're deciding together, we both have to come to a place where we're both okay. One person is okay and the other is not. That's not okay.
That's not really realistic.
No, that is very realistic.
Oh, you both to be okay?
Yes, it's called compromise.
Yeah.
So what can we do? Where can we come and meet in the middle? Where, okay, I have a little bit of my way, you have a little bit of your way, and we're okay.
Yeah, but we don't want, that's the one thing we don't want to be. We don't want to be arbitrary, right? Because when sometimes compromise doesn't always mean 50-50. You don't always meet in the middle. You meet somewhere.
Yeah, I never said halfway.
You meet somewhere.
Yeah,
You meet somewhere.
meeting somewhere.
Thank you on Instagram. Thank you, Saf Love Miage. That's a tongue twister. Come on, 24 years. So give us some big up for the 24 years. Show some love, yeah, for 24 years. For as long as we're together. Change should come with effective communication because it always causes a shift. Positive or negative shift depends on how it's communicated. Yeah, communication is super important. We are going to do whatever, Maggie. We're gonna do a little workshop about communication style. So that's very, very important. Miranda said, sometimes it's hard to admit that the older folks who we love weren't always right. Not anymore, not for me. Or rather, they taught us things that were Bible. It was really all tradition. It's correct. Pastor Ron asked, is it okay to agree to disagree? Sometimes that's all you have left, bro. After you've done all you can, and just agree to disagree, right? I often tell Ann, and I don't know if Ann realizes this. I often tell Ann that we have a very big thing in our relationship, which is validating people's feelings, right? When you validate people's feelings, you take into account what they're saying.
Validate. Say
validate.
You said validate.
No, I didn't.
You were saying something.
What did you guys hear? Validate or validate? She always trying to correct somebody. She don't even know her own language. She was born here. I was born in Haiti, right? But anyway, especially when they compromise, I feel like sometimes because I am the emotionally stronger person, I tend to compromise more.
What are you saying?
Than N does. I give N more than N does.
You believe that, babe?
I do believe that. I do believe that.
You don't think I end? No.
Oh!
That's not what I'm. How could I? Wait.
You forgot who was next to you, boo. You've been all right.
No, babe. You
forgot who was sitting next to you. Guys, she bends, okay? She bends.
We're gonna need y'all to therapize us right now.
She's not flexible.
Babe. Really?
It's I've accepted that. Sometimes you have to accept certain roles in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm right into that one.
There are things where she's a lot better than me. Absolutely. But when it comes to be like, all right, let's just do it.
Irvis, what are you saying?
I'm just saying, it's the truth.
Oh, wow. That's your truth.
Okay.
Because that's not mine.
You hear that? She's not even begging right now.
That is not okay, bro.
Maggie trying to say it's not biblical. Are you referring to keep spoiling her?
Yes, just coming like pulling back, just like you can't do things
Maggie,
like that.
Give me a couple verses and we'll talk about that.
No, like I don't agree with what you just said.
Right,
like
talk.
I feel like
talk your talk, sis.
But you know what? Okay, I think I know why you say that. You say that because I always like want things.
Ding 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 ding.
But I want, like, if I want something, like I gotta be like, babe, can we? And you'll appease me.
I'm very.
But you don't.
Isn't that what I just said?
Okay. I can see how you say that because
guys, isn't that what I just said?
Because you don't want things, babe. You don't want things. I ask you what you want, guys. He never tells me what he wants.
When I want that. Let me see. Guys, I'm a very, very even kill person, right? So check this out.
Which is a problem for me. Like,
listen. I really wonder. You see how you say that you want to be able to give more, whatever case may be. The term that you guys get what she's saying. I'm very even kill. I'm like, I don't need much. I don't require much. But what if during the course of our marriage, I start being that needy person, quote unquote, not call you needy, but I start to develop more needs that need to be catered to. That's something you have. How do I adjust to that? You want me to do it, but imagine if I do start becoming that person. Like when I tell you I don't need much, it's not because I am trying to be a tough guy. Again, it could be my own trauma. I don't, that's addressed, right? But that's me. Like, and I was like, what can I help you with? I'm like, I don't need much. But if I start being this needy person 24 years later, do you think it'd be an easy adjustment for you to be like, yes, I want to give you what you need?
Well, it depends on what you need.
Talk about that.
Right? If you're saying that if your needs are something that's going to affect me in a way that I just can't handle, can't think of an example, but of course it's going to be hard for me to adjust. But if your needs are just simply saying, babe, I need more time, or I need more of, I need
Let's talk
more.
about that. How much time do you have now? Let's start saying, I need more time with you. The way our lives are right now. I won't say your life, our lives, because all of us in this together.
Then I'm gonna have to adjust, babe. If you tell me that you need this, like, you have to understand, like,
okay, and I want you to start binge watching my Netflix social with me starting at midnight. I want to spend time together.
That's not realistic, bro.
That's my need.
But that it's I'm not gonna say it's a need. It's knowing me, you know that's not a need that I can fulfill. Right. So when okay, so I love that you did that.
Wait, is that my dude, G-Matic? Is that Gito from Canada?
Let us know.
Gito, that you let me know, bro. Wow, that's my guy. We haven't spoken in years.
If it's him, babe.
If it's you, yeah.
So I love that you made that point, because if you're
this G-Matic, Gito.
Hey,
what's up, boy? What's up? Oh, guys, again, before you continue, again, some of you guys are coming late to the party, so we have to keep going back to let you know what we're talking about. Tonight's topic is rolling with the changes. When your needs change, when your personality change. You notice we're not saying wants. Wants are very superficial. When your needs change, personality change, how do you adjust? Is it something to be expected, right? So also, if you're coming in, this is a great topic. Do go ahead and share with somebody else. And for everybody else who's their first time watching us, welcome. Like my bro Ito is in the building. I think that's the first time. Maybe he's been here but never commented. But thank you. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
But okay, so even that need that you just shared was very superficial. Like when you just kind of mentioned wants and stuff, you needing me to stay up with you and watching blah blah blah. You needing me more of my time. Okay, that's an actual need. That's not a want. That's not superficial. But your needs have to be realistic for your relationship.
Realistic to who?
Realistic for your relationship, bro. You know me, I know you. Okay. We know what we are capable of giving. And so if I ask you for something, if I tell you this is what I need, I know that you can give it. I should know that you can give it. Wow. Why are you saying
I love you saying that, because in most relationships, not marriage, hopefully not marriage, but some marriage too, that's why they end.
Yeah.
That's why they end, y'all. Because there's this stance that this person cannot provide the need that this person is expressing. And imagine you've been in for such a long time, and this need comes out of nowhere. How do you adjust, especially if you feel like I cannot give that to you?
And if you have
crazy, and that's why I kept saying wow, because that sparked a thought.
And this is sparking something else, right? So like if you express,
oh, I'm glad, bro. Thank you. I need you to talk more though.
If you express that there is a need, and it literally matters, you could wake up one day and realize that, oh, there's a void. There's something else that I need. You could just wake up one day and it happens.
It's scary.
But you can't expect your person to fulfill those needs overnight. They may need to find ways to adapt and to adjust to supply you with those needs. Well, nobody can supply your needs but Jesus, but to cater to those needs, because
I think what you're looking for is willingness.
There has to be a willingness, but there also has to be patience. patience. Give me some time. Give me some time to gather myself. Give me some time to gather like whatever tools I need to cater to what it is that you're expressing.
Yeah.
You can't and
Ooh.
if you leave before I can give it, bro, did you really love me? Where's patience? Where's the grace?
And there's just a lot of and you throwing a lot of words tonight that's like so important. Did you really love me? So there's like assumption happening.
Mm,
uh there's also resistance happening. There's they can easily translate you try to dictate or tell me what to do happening.
yeah,
It's so much stuff that can happen over the course of when somebody in a relationship when their needs change, that it create narratives that are not true,
mm,
right? But one thing we need, you guys, married or not, regardless how long you've been married, or you just trying to date somebody, you're talking to somebody, regardless of where the person is, regardless the stage of that relationship, expect needs to change.
expect it,
Expect it to change
anticipate it.
because that's what happened. And causes of that could be many things: maturity, growth, health challenges, financial challenges, issues with family,
Mm,
right? And so it's something that you have to be ready for.
yeah.
Okay, so Ann ask, not my hi, other
I love
Ann.
your name, Anna.
I wonder why. There's no bias there at all. So Ann ask, how much time to give your partner to adjust to those needs? My answer is it depends on your situation. We just did a video. Go watch it. It's posted on our YouTube channel. It talked about things that are arbitrary. That's my new word. I use it a lot.
Yeah, you do.
I use it a lot. I've been using it a lot. And you
Spell
R
it.
B T
Okay, okay,
R.
okay, okay.
Right. So you cannot it's hard to put a timeline in. Let me put your question back up. It's hard to put a timeline on those things. The only thing I could tell you is the person has to be willing. There has to be willingness to adjust. There has to be patience. There has to be grace. But I
There
think
has to be
there has to be
communication. Like if
communication.
you communicate, bro. Okay, why I keep calling you bro? Babe,
You saw the last video we did?
what?
We had so much bros.
I called you bro a lot.
So much
I'm
bros.
sorry, bro. I'm sorry,
Wow.
babe.
Wow.
So, babe, like I just need a little bit of time. I know that you expressed this to me. Um, I want you to know I'm working on it. If he knows that I'm working on it, then prayerfully there is some, level of patience that he is
Yeah.
developing for me. You like, 'cause he knows that it's coming. But if I don't communicate that I am trying, that I
Mhm.
am working on it, then who who's to know when it's gonna happen?
Yeah.
You know?
And the other thing also, as was asked earlier on Instagram, is how do you communicate those things to your partner? So we're gonna do something on communication. Also, we're actually working on putting together a week webinar. We're gonna be working on a lot of things for the next quarter. That's gonna give you guys more personal and direct touches with us. Pause. More direct touches with us, not just on the live. That way, you are in person, quote unquote. It could be still virtual, but stay tuned for that. We're gonna start rolling those things out and more announcements sometime this month on what that looks like. So communication is super super important, y'all. The way you communicate, it's imperative. I'll give you what guys want for free. Uh, and Dupont, one of the questions you could ask, I don't know what your relationship status is, but one of the things that you can do as you're dating someone, you're talking to somebody, be intentional about when you communicate those things, right? So that's a question I probably will ask someone as I'm dating them. Hey, listen, one thing I know is going to happen, people are changed. How do you deal with change? What if today
Mm.
I'm this person, this is the need that I have, and then tomorrow I have a different need? And once again, it's not because the person was trying to be fake, right? Some people are fake. Like they put on this front,
This facade.
this facade in the beginning of the relationship or the courtship or the friendship or the situationship. And then they are a totally, completely different person after you meet them, aka Legion, right? By now, you guys should know Risa Tisa, Legion, who the F did I marry, right? So we're not talking about that kind of illness or sickness. But we are talking about somebody who's just changed, man, who just Like there's certain things your partner is going to bring to your relationship that you did not expect, that you didn't anticipate. My wife went through various degrees of postpartum on all 3 pregnancies after she had all 3 of them. I think the first one was the most severe one. I think Owen was Owen was the easiest pregnancy out
You
of
said
all
my
3.
first one was the most
I
severe
think
one?
I think this is because remember hiding in a room when people came over, you didn't want to come out. I don't remember what were some of the other things with Owen and Bailey. Like, and we'll be hiding in a room crying. We have a whole bunch of visitors here, and she's in the room crying. I didn't know how to deal with that. That's a need change right there. It's an example of a need change. Like, I got to cater somebody who has postpartum depression now.
Yeah.
It's scary.
And I think
MG and Lewis, I say, would that be more of a one? Can you just let me know on Instagram what you're referring to? Because I did not see when the question came or what we were talking about. All right. Thank you. MG and Lewis. Is that Maryland? I don't know if that's Maryland, but go.
I feel like when you're, because sometimes, like he said, you don't know how to do the changes. You don't know. And I think it's important to communicate how you would like that person to, I guess, meet those needs, cater to those needs, because it'll be easier on them. They don't have to do the guessing work. They don't have to, right? They don't have to maybe make a mistake by trying a way that you really didn't like or whatever. But if you have the words to communicate, if you have the language, use it. Give it to them. Give them that extra help so that they can be successful at meeting the needs that you're requesting. I know that I still am a words of affirmation type of person. Like, I need you to affirm me with your words. That's it.
I have all the women in my house are words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Even Bailey.
And he's still horrible at it. But horrible.
Wow.
It's not great at it.
Wow.
But you're not great at it, honey. You're working on it. You don't believe so?
Let's not go there.
Let's go there. Let's go there.
Let's not.
Let's go there.
You guys want us to go there?
Let's
go there. To go there?
Urban's be trying to hide behind some stuff, but he is working on that, right? But I recently shared that my needs are changing. I need more of, what did I say?
Physical touch.
I need you to touch me more. And it doesn't have to. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Okay, so when she
and it doesn't. No,
she wants me to touch her more, right? But she doesn't want me to touch her the way I want to touch her.
No, but it has to be the way I want it. It's not your need; it's my need. You can't take my need hostage, bro.
You guys see the insanity.
You need to stop. You made me look crazy in front of these people. If I say that I have this need and this is how I want you to do it, and I express that, and you do it your way, so you're basically taking my needs and making them yours. Okay, that's not right.
Guys, G Matic, be quiet.
He has to listen, right?
Yo, let me tell you guys how crazy my wife is.
Watch the words.
And
watch your words.
And be asking me one thing she want me to do. She want me to run my fingers through her hair.
He has
how? You have locks, fam.
Irvins, I will show you how I run my fingers through my hair. Are they getting tangled? Don't play with me. You're trying to come up with excuses to not give me what I need. And I'm gonna call it a need, not a want. Yes, I need that.
So
how many times have you run your fingers through my hair?
Is it a need for your hair to get fingered? Pause. Or is that a want? Tell me. Physical touch is a need. But running my fingers through your hair, my finger gets stuck.
Try it.
You really want
Irvin's
guys?
Irvin, you're hurting.
Guys?
Come on, you're hurting.
Guys? Guys? No, you want no. You're gonna do the rest of the life like this, guys.
Irvin, you're not holding it properly.
Make it make sense, guys. Fait sense.
Oh, Lord.
So
You make easy things hard, bro.
I make easy things hard, guys. These are the things we're talking about. These are the things like
you just don't want me to tell on you. You just gotta you just have to listen. You have to listen and be intentional. If I say this is a need that I have, just do it. And don't try to switch it up and make it yours and do it your way. If my way is what I'm telling you, this is how I want you to do it.
By the way, if it look like we're not looking at the cameras because our monitor is up there and our camera is right here.
Remember to look at the camera.
So, but just check this out.
You messed up my hair.
For this one, I'm gonna look at the camera.
You messed up my hair.
I'm sorry, guys. Remember earlier when I was saying, in terms of the percentage in compromise and giving or whatever, you see why I mean it's not always 50%, 50-50? Because I don't
you don't need a lot.
Use my word. I don't need a lot of the trivial things.
So I need the trivial.
You need trivial. Mahalia, don't maybe come next door. You're right across the street from us. That's my neighbor.
He is, right? He is being difficult.
That's my next across the street neighbor. I know where you live.
It is.
Yo, what's going on?
Pastor Ron, like, I'm telling you, Urban, it's like if I express to you, thank you. If I express to you, babe, I need you. So look, if I say, babe, if I say, so as far as let's say physical touch is concerned, right? I don't always want sexual touch. I don't. So don't grab my titty. Don't grab my butt. I don't want that.
You just said titty in my life.
We're all grown here. All the kids are sleeping. I don't want that. Like I want you to grab me, all of me, and hug me. I want you, like I said.
But your titties are.
I'll even say
they're part of you.
You're trying to cut me off because you want them to hear that you wouldn't hear the truth. You want me. I want you to rub me, right? I want you to rub me, like on my arm. I'm showing you, and I'll even say, babe, so you can just go like this and you just rub me. I'm being so explicit so that you have no excuse. And what do you do? You still grab me by my butt. Like, that's not what I want.
I love it though.
Yes, because you love it.
I love you.
That's your needs. Okay, some days, okay, I'm okay with it. But if I tell you this is what I need and you don't, so now this is the thing. When I say this is what I want, or this is what I need, and this is how I need it, and you don't, then it makes me feel, let's use that.
Here comes exaggeration.
It makes me feel like what I'm saying to you doesn't matter.
Or she would say, you don't love me.
I never would say that. I would never say that. It just makes me feel like my needs don't matter, right?
You see,
that's why you feel like it's always you like teasing, because I'm expressive with what I need. In front of all these people, you let them know you're very even keel. You don't need anything. So if I'm asking for stuff, then let me ask and do it.
All right, I got you. I'm about to do some research and find some needs. I got you.
What are you?
I'm gonna go.
You can't just make.
I'm gonna go.
You can't just make a textbook your needs, bro.
I'm gonna go on a journey.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Million. She said I'm not crazy. Million. She said I'm not crazy. Self love.
I'm gonna go on a journey of discovery and discover some needs. Let's check in 2 months. Let's see how Garcons.
But now that's being petty. That's just being petty.
That's me growing.
No, wait. So you're gonna look for something to grow in?
Journey of self-discovery. explore my trauma, overcome some of the blocks or walls I put up.
That sounds like therapy to me.
Right, and
That don't sound like needs.
I'm gonna discover some needs to deal with some of those things. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Have you ever been swallowed?
No, stop. I think that you trying to go and find needs is superficial.
Wow, do you hear this, guys? Now I'm being superficial by trying to find needs.
Guys, does that make sense? Have you ever heard of someone say, "Okay, let me go and find something to need"?
Don't you be asking me, babe?
You can't go find.
You've said that. You asked me, find something you can help me with. Find needs.
Haven't you? Say find needs.
What have you said?
I said think about what you're thinking. You're excited about. Think about what you love. Think about what you want to explore. That's what I'll say. I never say go find needs.
Go find some needs. I'm gonna find some needs for to bring to the table. But guys, that's what we're talking about, right? We're being transparent about it. Funny, it's a combination.
But these are real things that we talk about, that we go through, and it may sound superficial or trivial, but like
it does.
It's real. Like there's certain needs that you have that you had when you were before. Like when we were younger. We had no kids. I loved you grabbing my butt and my titties, but that's not my need anymore. Like I've evolved. Like I'm grown. Like I'm grown. All right.
I actually like this, Miranda. I mean, I analyze a lot. I really don't know why I'm the way I am. It's a good thing because I think Anne will probably be annoyed by me if I was like very.
You always say what you think I would be. You know that? You always say I think you would, but you don't know. Just do it. Bring it and see how I would react.
Here's my need, and what about your Gmatic? What about your government?
I'm telling you, like if you don't hold back because you think I would react a certain way, or you think I wouldn't be able to adjust. Because you say that a lot. I don't think you would if I. Well, try. See what I.
But in all seriousness, though, I'm being funny, but that's just really how I am. I'm not a very needy person. I'm not saying it to I'm not saying it in a negative connotation. Calling people who might be the opposite of me needy, not in a negative way, but I really don't. I'm really just like I'm just chill. You know what I'm saying? And so
if I'm not chill, don't be mad at that. Let me be who I am. I let you be who you are and just continue.
Because it don't bother you. So and you gotta do nothing because I don't need anything.
Whose fault is that? It's your fault.
This is really what happened behind the scenes. This is the truth.
Like
so we are encouraging you guys to be mindful about that. Oh my God. Lowe's here.
That's my mom, y'all. She said, "Hey, children, watch your language." What did I say?
Touching your titties.
Oh,
then I touch her titties. I touch her butt. How do you think your grandchildren got? When Melody was first born, I did something like.
Stop it. We'll watch our language.
Absolutely not. Hey man, we love you. Thank you, guys. That's my mother-in-law. She's in the building. We ain't watching our language in it. Anyway,
yeah, but like so I know. So Pastor Ron just shared. He said he finds that our love language just does change.
It does.
Our love languages do change, just like I expressed just now. Like I was a words affirmation person. Now I'm more of a physical touch type of person. And later on, I feel like another one is coming.
Oh Lord, no! Oh my God.
I really feel like another one is coming, and I'm serious. Like, and I think I've been even kind of hinting towards that lately, babe.
Somebody said I'm on some petty stuff tonight.
Thank you. Petty.
I'm gonna discover some needs.
I feel like I really feel, babe. I really said the other day. Remember what did I say to you? I feel
You
like
say a lot. Damn. Always got something to say.
you are
Jesus
putting me on
Christ.
blast tonight. So I said, I feel like my needs are now moving in the direction of quality time.
Which we ain't got no time, man.
And I feel that's why that need feels like it's coming so strong.
And check this out.
No. I said, babe, as I said, listen, I was literally at work.
That's a dub, Ron.
I was literally at work the other day, and I was just sitting while grading my kids.
So she goes to work and think how I'm gonna drive my life crazy. Go ahead, finish the thought.
So no, seriously, I'm grading homework. I'm grading the homework, and then I got a flashback of Irvin and I. And
Nen, you might want to cover your eyes for this one, or cover your ears.
When we were younger,
we were doing bad
whatever.
things.
No, we would go to the park and we would hang out, and we would just make out and talk and stuff like that, and it just put a real smile.
Physical touch in the park, mad cold.
So yeah, because we had nowhere to go, right? And so we would just kind of sit there, make out, and I just, like, while I'm grading the papers, I just get like a huge smile on my face because we spent so much time together. And I was like, I remember the train rides we used to take. I remember us just going to our spot at a spot. And so I came home and I looked at him and I was like, I want you to be my boyfriend again.
She is choosing violence. Let me explain. She's been a quality time person, and schedule has gotten crazier, and I support her. She's back in school right now, virtual school, and I told her that she's not back in school. We are back in school. That means the kids. That means me, because we're gonna support her so she can do what she got to do, right? So now you're trying to reminisce about quality time, and the time is lessened now. Watch, I won't be a bad guy. Mabdu, we'll check in. We'll check in on that.
That's what I'm saying, because we have no more time, and like that's why I feel like we need more quality time. So I feel like we have to carve out some time.
Mahalia, my fingers get stuck. Going back to the hair stuff. Yeah, my wife has some weird requests. I'm not even gonna hold you. But guys, again,
isn't that a realistic? But isn't that a real? That's what I'm trying to say. I think it's realistic.
Why are so many people team in tonight? I don't understand. What's wrong with y'all? Can't believe I'm gonna say this. I'm on inside. I feel and
say it like Pascal. Can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I'm on inside. Em said the same thing to me. It's so hard with all of our responsibilities. Like, listen. When those responsibilities are not there, I'm going to still be here. If I have a disconnect from you because you didn't give me what I needed, that's going to be your fault.
Wow.
Sometimes we have to go back to where we started. Like, and I think that is so key in keeping the vibrancy of your relationship, keeping the fire, right? Keeping the fun and the zeal and the passion. Like when, bro, let's be very open and honest. When's the last time we, not outside of sex, you know what I'm saying? Just had some good cuddle, loving, hugging, kissing, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't do that.
2 nights ago and you fell asleep.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying.
That's not true.
When you asked me to, you want to come home and cuddle, I feel like I catered, but you're tired and you fell asleep.
Okay, Irvins. When I said I want to cuddle, how long did it take for us to get to cuddle?
Bed first.
Why does cuddling have to only be done in bed?
So it's what my wife wanted to do, right?
I just want.
So listen, guys, I'm gonna tell you how insane.
Take me to the park.
I'm gonna tell you how insanely amazing my wife is, right? her idea is she'll be on our dining room table, sitting there doing her homework, doing work. I guess not insane after all. I think she wanted to just get up from where I am, even though I'm giving her space to work. I'm thinking I'm doing a great thing by letting her work, but she wanted me to come over there and hug her.
How do you know I want you to do that?
Because you said it.
Because I said it.
But to me,
because I what? Because I what?
Said it.
I said it. I was very clear about how I want you to do it,
and I did.
And how it would make me happy.
2 days ago, we did that. I came and I hugged you. I went and I rubbed your head when I came by when you were working.
You did?
Wow.
No.
You see what I'm saying? She asked for it. I do it. Show and realize it. It's crazy.
Maybe because it wasn't done long enough.
Wow.
Maybe you came and said hi, babe, and like this, and then left. Like,
wow.
If you were to stand behind me and literally go like this, I would have remembered this. Wow. If it was for more than 10 seconds.
Wow.
Yo, I'm sorry, Urban.
We're going to the park.
Y'all, just listen.
Go to the park.
I mean.
By the way, everything we're saying right now is fake. I just want to give you guys like an example.
Married people cuddle in bed.
Who said that?
We're grown. Why can't we cuddle on the couch?
Because you're at the table working and falling asleep.
Then pick me up and bring me to what? You call me that? I'm heavy? What? You can't pick me up? I'm just saying, I'm very, guys. And this is why I feel like you need to know your person, right?
Yeah. Somebody is on my side.
This is where.
Wait. On Instagram, somebody said you feel my pain. Thank you.
This is where you need to know your person.
Yeah.
When you know what makes them happy, what makes them angry, like you know how to make me happy. You know how easy I am to please. So like if you just kind of put a little bit more intentionality in those areas.
Stop saying you, they. So you're talking about them.
Yeah, I'm talking about. So if you guys were to put just a little bit more intentionality in certain areas, like it would be so, like you would be so happy.
Yeah. And you know, it's this statement right here that Ron, it's true. We can't win, bro. But I'll say this. In a relationship, it's really about who wins. If one person win, one person lose, you both lose.
Say that again.
If one person win, the other person lose, you both lose. Because imagine the person who feel like they're on the losing end. They ain't gonna be very cooperative in so many ways. I'm not just about physically or sex, right? And so it's finding that medium. Like for Ann and I've accepted. I'm not saying this in a negative way because I just know my personality. Maybe it would have been more 50-50 if I was more needy, but I'm not. So it's not even. So it is more like a 70-30, 60-40.
And I think that's why you're so frustrated.
I'm not. What do you mean?
Meaning, and that's why I feel like you feel like you don't have to do it as much because you don't need things much. So it's like, why do I need to give her much? If I'm not getting as much as she's getting. It could be something.
I see what you're saying,
it could be something in the back of your mind where like, okay, I don't need much, so she doesn't give me much.
But you know what?
So honestly, I'm not going to give her much because.
Sorry to cut you off. I'm content with the way we are. I'm a giver, right? I'm a giver, and I care about my family. One thing I'm gonna give for my family. So even in that particular,
what do you give?
Time, effort, how to meet needs. Maybe not so much of all the emotional things that you're talking about, but
what if that's the most that I need?
Then you got a problem, but we have to talk.
Because you can't provide that.
And if I cannot provide it, that's ground for her to leave. Guys, that's a point that we are making. You gotta be able to navigate through those needs, and they will change.
Oh, okay. So I know where I can find that.
What?
The guy that complimented me today. That's what you want me to do?
She got a compliment from some old old West Indian dude with no
He was
teeth.
not old. He was actually like younger than me. I was like, you know how old I am?
Sound like a bird.
No, like
You pigeon.
Maggie,
No,
what's the good point? What he just said?
your psychoanalysis. I think that's what she's referring
Yeah,
to.
because I honestly feel like if you don't have any needs and you know that I have maybe most of the needs because you don't have any and you're not really getting anything because you get a lot, you feel like you have to put in as much as you're getting.
Mm.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's a good.
saying?
I think that's what she's referring to. I think that's the case. So that's a good analysis. But for me, I don't think that's the case. I don't feel like. I think what you're saying. Oh, it's not fair to give you so much needs, and I don't have any needs, so it's easy for. No, that's not what I'm referring to at all. Um, but yeah. So guys, all that to say, expect them, guys. And I feel like a lot of when you say they get divorced for what's it the word
Irreconcilable differences.
and they probably maybe what they're referring to, this person's changed. Their
Yeah.
needs have changed, and so
I
my
just don't know
nerves.
how to deal
I
with
just
it.
don't know how to deal with it.
But okay, so guys, okay, I think we can kind of like sum it up, right?
Yeah, I want to get some tips though.
Okay, before he gets to the tips,
Pause.
there has to be, guys, there has to be a level of selflessness
Yeah,
when you are in a relationship.
yeah, facts.
If you are only thinking about yourself and you're never thinking about the other person and how you can make life better for them and how you can make things easier for them, how you can make them happy, how you can be peace, like if you're that person is never on your mind, something is wrong. Something is wrong. You need to think about what like where if I can tell if I'm not on your mind. I can tell.
Good.
Fix your face. I promise. I can tell if I'm not on your mind because if I expressed something to you,
What's she preaching about, Maggie?
let me go. If I expressed something to you,
Magdala.
let's say on Monday morning before you went to work, I expressed something to you. Monday night, I haven't heard anything about it. Tuesday, I haven't heard anything about it. I know that I was not on your mind.
Do you hear this drawn conclusion?
And I'm drawing it, and I can give a perfect example with us.
Oh Lord, here we go. Go ahead, Dan.
I'm not making you look bad. I'm just making you realize. Because you're perfect, right, Irvin?
I'm awesome.
Right, Irvin Garcon?
I'm awesome. I'm not perfect, but I'm awesome.
Let me just give this one example. You are awesome.
Thank you.
Let me just give this one example. And it's not to make him look like he's like not his. I probably wasn't on his mind that day. I probably wasn't. You know why? He probably had more things at work, thing that he was thinking about, or I know that as far as this is concerned, he either forgot or I just wasn't on his mind about as far as this is concerned. You want to hear it?
Go for it.
And I completely forgot about it. So no, I'm saying it now. That's why I didn't say anything earlier. It just really came just now. So last week sometime, or maybe the week before, I was like, I said, babe, I need a back rub because my back is killing me. Let's say I said it on a Tuesday. And I think it's probably the way I've been sitting at the table, like just kind of doing my work. And then Wednesday comes, I don't get a back rub. Thursday comes, I don't get a back rub. But in the meantime, guys, I'm like, oh, it hurts. Like I promise you, I'm low key being petty and trying to test to see if you'll notice. And I'm like, oh, oh. Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, nothing. By Friday, I needed my back rub. So I said, babe, I need you to give me a back rub. And right then and there, he gave it.
It was amazing. Now, when she asked for a back rub, she doesn't let me do my back rubs the way I want to do the back rubs. I want to break your back. So if you don't accept that, that's crazy to me.
Babe, speak proper right now. Speak to people.
No, but I'll own it. But
no. Continue it down that sentence before you say your butt.
I'll own it because again, it's busy week. But to say that you're not on my mind because that situation, that request might have not been on my mind.
Okay.
You have to be very mindful with your words. To say because I didn't give you a back rub that I'm not on your mind from Monday, whatever day it was until it actually happened, you're not on my mind. That's crazy.
How do I know I'm on your mind?
Yo, cash out me tomorrow. But here's what you did not know, Ann. Here's what you did not know.
What did I know?
You didn't know that I was actually saving the backup for tonight so I could do it live on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we got her. Surprise. Surprise. You're getting a back rub on the podcast. Turn around.
Get off of me, bro.
Turn around. Get your back rub on the potty.
Y'all see what I gotta deal with? This is what I have to deal with.
How's that, baby?
This is what I have to deal with. No, nothing. That's good.
That was good?
See, but this is what I need. I need it offline, Irvins.
I got you.
You heard my words? I don't want it. I need it.
Guys, that's the insanity we're talking about.
It's not insanity.
None of this was planned.
Because I'm very expressive, guys. I say exactly what I need and how I need it.
Wow.
Is curbing your needs.
How are you?
Listen to her question. Yeah. Is curbing your needs a form of compromise necessary?
Thank you, Ron.
Or is expectation that all needs must be met?
I think it's unrealistic to expect someone to meet all your needs. I will agree in what Ann was bringing up. There's certain things that you have to be cognizant of, and you can do it. I don't think it's a little bit complex, right? There's some complexity to it because you have to be mindful of your partner's ignorance. You have to be mindful of their limitations, right? In both in the area of the skills of being intentional about certain things, right? So I don't think curbing your needs is a form of compromise. I wouldn't call it a form of compromise. And I don't know if you mean by curbing like forgetting about it, Bruna, or more so not nagging the person about it. You give me a little bit more about curbing, just that word curbing a little bit. So I make sure we answer the question the right way. But I do feel like there has to be compromise just in that person's ability or limitation to meet those needs, right? But communication goes a very long way. There's a way you can guide the person to become a better accommodator of that particular need, right? But in terms of expecting all needs to be met or must be met, Ann and I, we do this thing. We've done this workshop on realistic and unrealistic expectations. In terms like should and must, those could fall under what is unrealistic because it's all going to be different based on the person. You want to make things too arbitrary. But Bruna, give me a little bit more on the curbing of your needs. That way we can expound on it just a little better. All right. But that's a really great question. I just want a little bit more context on the curbing of your needs part. Dematic, sometimes we have needs without knowing them. It's the spouse's job to make us realize our needs. I like that one.
Mm.
I like that. Don't expect the person to be a mind reader. Don't expect the person to be a mind reader. I think a lot of time that's what. How do you expect someone to notice your needs have changed if you don't communicate it? How you communicate is going to be very, very, very important
And
too.
if you communicate it, it must be taken into consideration
Right.
and not fall on deaf ears.
I agree. Okay, Melody is here on Instagram, so we gotta be careful what we say now. My daughter just joined.
Why is she here?
Yeah, keep nosy. All right. So really quickly, I want to go into
Give the tips so we can wrap
yeah, I
it
want to
up.
give you guys some tips about on how to create a positive change, or welcoming those things in your relationship. The first thing we've been alluding to it all night. Learn how to communicate effectively. Effective communication. When, where, how is delivered. Right. Super important. It is a terrible habit to communicate a need during an argument.
Mm.
Your need should not be communicated during a time of frustration when you're mad about something, or you're mad about the need not being met, and that's when you communicate it. It has to be a constant conversation about this is what I need, and how it's delivered is very important. You have to be very clear on what you're requesting, right? And there has to be a willing, and when you're communicating, there has to be a willingness to truly listen to what the person is saying and not have rebuttals. I struggle ish with that, right? And a lot of people do, where you are just ready for rebuttal and not seeing what is being communicated. There's something about I message, you message. You can get into that more in the seminar in communication. So be on the lookout for that. The second thing I want to also stress, the person whose needs are changing, it is very important that you own it. I think that's going back to Bruno's question about curbing your needs. No, don't necessarily curb it, because your needs are your needs. It is what you're growing into, right? So I want to say definitely you want to make sure you fully own what your needs are,
Yeah.
right? Don't settle. You want to say something about that?
Yeah, because like it's just taking me back to when I'm teaching my kids, like the difference between needs and wants. Needs are things that you really need, like to I can't say need, to survive, like
Mm,
things that really are important to you. When we think of needs like food, shelter, water, right? And then you think of wants like a cell phone or a car or clothes or whatever. But like I feel like when you have a need, something that's really important to you, and settling and saying okay, and if the fact that you even have to settle or curb your needs, it says a lot about your partner,
mhm.
right? It says something about your partner depending on what that need is. Like if you can't give me this, like why can't you give me this?
Mm,
Like is it that hard? And that's why it depends on what the need is, right? So if it's a need that the person really just can't, if it's a financial need,
yeah.
let's say that, and you know that you guys are at a place where you just like are not caking, right? Like
Mhm.
you can't expect your person to fulfill those needs. It's going to have to be a goal of
Right.
yours,
Right.
right?
Right.
That you set to get there. But if there's something that you know that your partner can give, knowing your person, knowing your relationship, and that person is not giving it, that says a lot about them.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, the another tip I can give you guys about the needs: give yourself a break. Excuse me. Give yourself a break as the person whose needs are changing, and as the person who is in a relationship on the opposite end, extend some grace. Give yourself a break to embrace that you're changing. I have to extend some grace, understanding this person is changing. That's mainly the reason why needs change. Like I said, and some of it could even be biological and hormonal, psychological, physiological. It doesn't
Spiritual.
spiritual. So it doesn't always have to be about running fingers through hair, right?
Still a need.
But nonetheless, give yourself a break that I can't control this, and the person on the receiving end is super important that you are giving the person some grace. Break grace. All right. One more thing I want to say: seek help if you need. Seek help. Sometimes going through these changes and the person having a hard time accepting those changes, it could be very I don't use the word traumatic. I want to say traumatic. It could be just difficult. right? It could just be difficult for them to accept it. This is where counsel come into place, finding a third party that is unbiased to communicate through some of those. I hate when this light does this. Sorry, guys. So we camera does this thing, but anyway, giving finding somebody else to help you all navigate through these changes. But most importantly, expect changes in need to happen. Right?
Yeah.
Hopefully this was good.
It's inevitable,
Yeah.
but and it is what it
If
is.
you guys have some tips, please. Again, you are the third co-host. You got on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You are our co-host as well. So if you have any tips, or if you somebody say pause, I don't remember what I said. I'm influencing so many people. Feel free to drop some in the chat before we wrap up. And if you do have it, drop in the chat. So before we go, we have an announcement. I'm noticing a trend that when we first start at 9 o'clock, it's really, really low the count. But next week, we need you guys to be on super, super early next week. We're gonna have something really, really fun for y'all next week, and we are excited about it. We're gonna next week is let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. And guess what? We're gonna have some special guests. Guess who the special guests are? You, anybody who's on the live right now, I want to take part on this. Hit me up. We bring you guys on the live. It has to be pre-planned because it's a stream, y'all. So we have to send you the link for you to be on the stage. We're gonna play some games, and we're gonna do that ourselves just to have fun that night. And there's gonna be a conversation starter. But we want you guys to be part of it. So next week, Wednesday, send me an email if you have my phone number. Text me, DM us on Love Talk to the Garcon. That's you and your partner, your husband, your wife, your boo. It doesn't matter if you're married or not, that you want to be on the platform. So we can have some fun together. So it's gonna be a game night almost, but it's gonna be in a conversation style. So if you want to be on it, hit me up. It's gonna be dope. I promise you that. So we're gonna keep announcing this over the course of the week. But it's super important that you guys put it in your calendar. Jump on at 9 p.m. so you don't want to miss it. There might be some prizes. Who knows? And just because you are not on the stream with us, you can also participate in the comments. You're gonna have some fun. Are you excited about that?
I'm super excited.
It's gonna be super, super dope. So make sure you do that.
I'm very competitive, guys. So this is gonna be you're probably gonna see a different side of me.
Our needs are changing when you're playing games. And also, what I'm asking you guys right now, for those who are on watching us on YouTube right now, there's about 10 of you guys. If you haven't done so yet, please, before you log off, do hit that subscribe button. And also, guys, for this, like Pastor Ron was saying, like this is so good, but we can only reach more people with your help. So we definitely want to make sure you're sharing this. Invite people to join the live. Let them know about this great, awesome thing that's happening that you're taking part of on every Wednesday, right? So definitely make sure we want to get your help to do that for us.
I just want to say I really look forward to my Wednesday nights now.
Spending
time with you guys.
Tired, but we pull up.
But yeah, and it's a time that I get to spend with you.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at you. Look back at me, bro. This is what I go through. What I learned from Anne's point of view is that we have to be good listeners to our wives.
Gito, go back to being quiet, okay? Go back to being quiet, okay? Nick Pam.
Listen to your wife. Listen, happy wife, happy life, okay? I still believe in that saying. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Before you do leave, please hit that subscribe button. Follow us on all platforms. We definitely want to grow this community, guys. One thing that's also been amazing, but babe, I don't know about you, but this week has been like a week of affirmation from people. People coming up to us saying, "Yo, they love this. They appreciate us being consistent with it." Pastor Ron texted me the other day from a replay how much he enjoyed it. So it's very affirming. So we thank you guys, but we need your help to grow the platform. Okay, so when we go live, share it with your community, so it can make things happen. These are you'll find all our social.
How much does it cost to share?
Nothing.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to
It literally
remember.
costs you 3 seconds per share, I think. This is scan this QR code to follow us on all of our platforms. We are on Facebook, YouTube, we everywhere. So you could find us everywhere. This is our Instagram handle. This is the YouTube page. So while you're here, just make sure you go ahead and follow us on these platforms. If you want to sew, also we have a Cash App, Garcon Collective. Not very hard to memorize. All right. So go ahead and do that. And of course, I'll be remiss if I did not once again before we log off to let y'all know that the offer the offer, her book is available online. So make sure you go and get that. You can get it at angarcon.com. Her new devotional, 30-day more like a devotional. Right? So that being said, that's all we had for you guys tonight. Hope you enjoyed it.
We hope you enjoyed it. I know I did.
Yeah.
And now Urban's is gonna go and fulfill all my needs.
About to break her back.
But that's not my need. See?
That's my need.
All of that he still didn't learn.
That's my need.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
We love
Thank you,
guys.
Anderson. Thank you, Mirlan. Appreciate you. Good night.
See you guys next week.
Bye. Oh, game night. Please come on time.
Pull
up. And if you want to join us, you want to be on the game night, let's go. We can't just pull you up. We have to schedule you. You have to be on the stream backstage so we can have some fun. Thank you guys. Thank you, Instagram. Good night. Thank you, Facebook. And thank you, YouTube.
Bye,
See y'all next one.
Take care.
Deuces.